young world. So by now, everybody heard about the situation with Tekashi 6ix9ine and Treyway getting ran down on in LA by a dude named Slim 400. I guess he's a part of YG's camp. And then I think I heard Akademiks say something about Trippie Redd might even been there or something like that. Whoever was there, but we know it was definitely something to do with the dude Slim 400. When the video footage came out, somebody pointed out the fact that Akademiks was there, because the first time I seen it, I damn sure didn't realize it until I seen somebody put the video up. You see Akademiks over there in the bushes. Now, it's not new news that Akademiks is hanging with Treyway and Tekashi 6ix9ine. He's been hanging with them real tough. But for a while, I stopped seeing him in a lot of videos with Tekashi 6ix9ine and Treyway. So I thought he like kind of woke up and learned this lesson from like hanging around him. You know what I mean? Because at one point, like he was around them all the time. Then a lot of people were saying to him like, "Why would you even hang around somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine and stuff like that?" Especially a person like Akademiks, because he ain't with all that nonsense. He don't even act like he is. And by that I mean like he's not acting like he's like a tough guy or nothing like that. But the thing is this: hanging around with somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine is only going to lead to DJ Akademiks getting hurt or locked up or killed. One of the three. And pretty much goes for anybody for that matter. Anybody that's hanging around Treyway and Tekashi 6ix9ine is going to end up locked up, in jail, or dead, or hurt. And not that I wish that on none of them. You know, I'm not that type of person, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, anybody who has been in the streets knows that. Because the thing is this: anybody who pays attention to music, Tekashi 6ix9ine is going to have to be an extremely lucky person to never lose the money he got. As long as he don't lose his money, he'll be good. He can hire security for the rest of his life and have 10 security guards with him wherever he goes. But if he ever at any point loses his money and he can't afford to keep the lifestyle he got right now, that means he's going to have to eventually go to places without security. And that's not going to work for him. He has raised too much hell and raised too much beef to be going somewhere without security. So security is something that Tekashi 6ix9ine will have to do forever, as long as he's traveling anyway. I mean, he could probably stay where he's from and be all right, but he's not going to be able to leave Brooklyn without security ever. Then you got Akademiks hanging around with this dude. And the unfortunate thing about it is you got all these young minorities making all this money. Akademiks being from YouTube, I can definitely respect Akademiks' grind, because I guess you can call me a YouTuber or a hanger-oner, you know what I'm saying? I used to be a real YouTuber at one point, but now I'm just kind of like here and there, you know what I mean? But I understand what the YouTube hustle is about. I know what the YouTube thing is about. For a person like Akademiks to go from YouTube to accomplish all the stuff he accomplished, I could definitely appreciate that and respect that, regardless of his politics or whatever anybody feels about him. Like just based on him being a YouTuber and making it that far, I can definitely take my hat off to him and you know what I'm saying, appreciate what he's doing and what he's done. But that being said, which goes for him and Tekashi and everybody else around Tekashi, the thing is, like, once you do certain stuff and you're from the streets, or even just a person that has been through enough drama to realize that at some point you don't want to be dealing with drama no more. That's just like the thing that you would think that most people would think. I know that's how it was for me. People I know that grew up doing certain stuff, caught up at a young age, and then growing up and growing out of it, and having the opportunity to grow up and grow out of it without being locked up or dead already right now. You know what I mean? So people like that, like how I'm thinking, look at it like, at what point do you think? At what point does it get boring and corny to try to keep being this tough guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that it's for like the image and all that kind of stuff like that. But what Tekashi 6ix9ine is doing is he's creating real enemies everywhere he goes. At some point, somebody's gonna catch up to him. You can't get lucky, but for so long. The thing with living that kind of life is you gotta get lucky every single time. The opposition, the ops, whatever you want to call it, the beef, they gotta get lucky once. You gotta get lucky every single day, every time, everywhere you go. You gotta be lucky. lucky to not get ran down on and really get caught up and get caught by somebody. You got to be lucky every day, but the beef only got to get lucky one time. So eventually, somebody's gonna get lucky and catch 6ix9ine exactly where they want him, exactly how they want him, and they're gonna take it. They're gonna turn his lights out. That's what's going to happen to him. Somebody's going to catch him at the perfect time, exactly where they want his ass at, and they're going to light his ass up. Mark my words. That's going to happen one of these days. And somebody like Akademiks being there with him, you know what I'm saying, is just, it doesn't make any sense because you got to realize, like, you're young, you're a minority. I'm talking about all of them. You made all this money, you accomplishing all this stuff. At what price, at what cost does it pay to make all this money and do all this stuff? But now you gotta be into a position where you gotta watch your back your whole entire life. It's hard enough having beef where you're from in your city. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard enough to have some beef with some real dudes where you live at in the city. Imagine you got beef all over the country. You know what I'm saying? You got beef with every single city. That don't make no damn sense. That's dumb as hell. Like at the end of the day, a person can't say they have a happy life living like that. Because 6ix9ine and them, if they're living a good life, if they consider themselves living a good life right now, and they're happy with the money and stuff they got, that's only because they're still young minded. The minute they really grow up and really figure out what life is about and look around and be like, damn, like, and grow up and grow out of the street mentality, if they ever do, that's when they're gonna realize that they're living in a miserable life. 'Cause all the money in the world can't make you happy when you can't be comfortable nowhere. Because just having security around you 24/7, that shit would get nerve. That would be, you know what I'm saying? Who wants somebody around them, a bunch of men around them all the time? You would get tired of having. I would get tired of having grown ass men around me all day. That's all I know. I see a couple people putting some comments, but I can't really read them because I'm driving right now, so I can't like look at the screen. But all I know is for me, I would get tired of having big, grown ass, muscular men around me all day, every day. That shit would get played out quick. But he's setting himself up to where he got to be in a life to where he got like 6ix9ine and Trey, especially I say 6ix9ine specifically. Anybody doing what he does, you setting up your whole entire life to where you got to have big, grown ass men around you everywhere you go. You know what I mean? Like, how fun could that be? After a while, like that would get tiresome. And Akademiks injecting itself into this nonsense is just don't make no sense because out of all Akademiks accomplished, you know what I mean? Like coming from YouTube, making all kind of money. Like I said before in a couple of videos, I've been doing YouTube long enough and I made enough money on YouTube. I know how the money works where I can sit here confidently and say and bet money on it that Akademiks has made a couple $1,000,000 off YouTube. That's why I said M's, a couple of $1,000,000 on YouTube. Akademiks has made. So why would you take a chance of hanging around somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine when you accomplished all this accomplishment? You know what I'm saying? For people that really been in the struggle and been through a lot of beef and been through the streets, when you grow up and realize you just want a peace of mind and some comfort, you know what I'm saying? Like at that point, you know that not that everything's about money and money is you know what I'm saying, is everything should be about money, but you get to the point where you realize it's about making $1, then it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing is worth it. If you ain't making money off it, it ain't worth it. And even some stuff that you do make money off still ain't worth it. That's one of the things that you realize growing up too. All money ain't good money. And that could be said for everything that Tekashi 6ix9ine is doing. In the street, there's a saying called all money ain't good money because you might take some money that might lead to some drama or some nonsense down the road. You might even see it, but you're like, damn, I need this money, so I'm gonna have to get this money. Mess around with somebody in the street that you know is questionable, but you're like, I'm gonna just take it because I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I need this couple dollars real quick. That's like what you could say about Tekashi's whole entire career. You know what I'm saying? It's like all money is not good money. Yeah, he's making money, but it's like at what cost? He's building a life for himself that he's like I said, he's building a life of total uncomfort for himself. And forbid that the money runs out on Tekashi 6ix9ine, his life is going to be trash. Like, if his money ever runs out, he ain't going to be able to go nowhere. Because even if you do got a tough crew and a tough clique, you're really tough. Is it really worth you got to go everywhere and be tough? Because eventually, when you got to prove that you're tough in every single city you go, eventually people are going to start getting locked up. People are going to start getting killed. There's going to be shootings. It's going to be nonstop drama and nonstop. It's just nonstop drama for what? It don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, So the money that Tekashi's making right now is like all money, definitely. You're making money, but at what cost? You can't do nothing with it. I mean, you can do stuff with it, but you can't live comfortable. But academics, man, like I don't know why a person like academics would be hanging around somebody like Tekashi 6ix9ine and Treyway. Like it don't even make sense. You want to feel that cool to be like to be around some quote unquote gangsters, whether they're real gangsters or not, is not even the point. The fact of the matter is they're going to be treated like real gangsters by whoever catches up to them that wants them. The police catch them how they want them, they're going to treat them like real gangsters and lock their ass up. If some real gangsters catch up to them, like how they want to them, they're going to treat them like real gangsters and gun them down. So either way, it's not going to end up nice when people catch them how they want them. So I mean, hanging around, if that's what academics want to do with his life, that's on him. More power to him. But it's just like, it's just dumb as hell, if you ask me. Give me a couple of that. Let me make the kind of money on YouTube that academics is making. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you won't see me in no drama nowhere. I'll be happy anywhere I'm at doing nice, happy stuff all day. Why would I go hang around some gangsters? You know what I mean? Like, don't even make sense. Like, who would want to hang around gangsters if you're not in the streets? Like, why? Who does that? Maybe you might associate with some gangsters, or you might have some gangsters on call. You know what I'm saying? Some gangsters you can reach out to, some gangsters behind the scenes that you do stuff with. But to be running around with a clique full of gangsters and you're not a gangster, it don't even make no damn sense. It's just dumb as hell. But that's all I really wanted to say about academics, man. Because I like academics. I always liked academics. Being a YouTuber, I respect academics. It'd just be dumb to see him caught up in some nonsense for no reason. At this point, you know what I'm saying? Because Tekashi and them, they took an L last night in LA with Slim 400 and them showing up. They can say whatever they want, talk about whatever security, whatever they want. The fact of the matter is that they couldn't go where they was trying to go because some thugs, some goons was at the door and blocked them from coming in. That's the bottom line. They can dress it up and try to make it sound however they want to make it sound. Blame it on security, blame it on the rain, blame it on whatever. But the fact of the matter is, Slim 400 and them dudes stopped y'all from going where y'all was trying to go, and that's the bottom line. So that's an L. And academics crept back and folded his whole body into that bush. What if somebody would have pulled out a Mac and just started shooting everywhere? You know what I mean? Like you might not even be that. Might not even be deep into it at all. You may have a bag of weed in your pocket because you want to be chilling for the night, smoking and doing whatever y'all doing. You mess around and get shot. End up at the hospital with a bag of weed in your pocket. Trust me, that happened to me. Ended up shot at the hospital. Called a charge because I got shot and had something in my pocket when I got there. Messed my whole groove up. What I had going on. You get caught up in something like that, that's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be around some gangsters. But that's about it, man. Like academics, wake your ass up, get away from the streets. Like you're not even with the streets. Take your YouTube money, do something productive. You want to be hanging around some gangsters till you get shot up. That's about it, man.